Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Latin Cooking Demos. Before we start with our recipe, I would like to say thank you to the Hispanic Canadian Art for the wonderful opportunity. Today we are going to travel to Peru. We're gonna be making a budin de pan or bread pudding. In this case, I'm going to use 4 bread, 1 can of condensed milk. This is raisin, hydrated and rum, 2 cups of evaporated milk, 1 stick of butter, 3 eggs. This is sugar, 1 cup of sugar for the caramel, vanilla, and here I have 1 liter or warm 3% milk. The first thing that we're going to use is cutting our bread in little pieces. And I'm gonna put it in this big container. And after you finish to cut all the bread in small pieces, you will add the warm milk to make the bread soft. Push it like that. Make sure all the bread is wet. And you're gonna let it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. So while our bread is getting wet, we're gonna go ahead to the stove and start make our caramel for the budin. Now we're gonna go ahead and prepare our caramel. You have to put the flame medium lower to avoid our caramel to get burned. We break all the little balls to make sure the sugar is nice and soft. And we move it, we move until you start seeing the sugar start melting. And our caramel is ready. While I was making the caramel, I put my oven to preheat at 325 degrees. With a lot of careful, because caramel is very sensitive and the burn of this is, oh my god, very bad. I transfer my caramel to my pan where I'm going to bake my pudding, and I move it like this. Make sure all the caramel is all the way in the pan. And our bread is already hydrated, so now we're gonna start adding the rest of the ingredients. The condensed milk, the evaporated milk, we're gonna add it slowly because if you see that your mass is a little bit too soft, you don't need to add the 2 cans of evaporated milk. Now the butter. The 3 eggs. The vanilla. 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And we combine all the ingredients together. This is already smells so good. And it's not even cooked yet. Now we're going to add the raisins. Be careful with the liquid because I said before it's wrong. If you don't want to be happy after, it's your choice if you want to add the liquid or not. And our mix is ready to transfer to the pan. Now, a little bit more. You see, for bread, it's good enough to make 2 pudding. Now we are going to put our bread pudding in the oven. This pudding you have to cook in bain marie or baño Maria. You put a big pan with water and you put the pudding into the pan and let it cook for about 50 minutes, 350 degree, 50 minutes. And our budins are ready. And to make sure the pudding is fully cooked, you just have to put a knife through. If the knife coming clean like that, it means the pudding is ready. Before you cut it, you need to wait for the pudding to cool down completely. Because if you cut it now, it may broken. But I do this thing to make sure the pudding is not connected to the pan.